The Suicide Squad. It is a sequel to the 2016 Suicide Squad. Yeah, just by adding the word "the" to the front of it, you basically have the title for a sequel. DC in a nutshell. Oh well. But ultimately, I'm not going to bash this film too much. It was a really fun movie, and I think anyone could go see it as long as you're down for a bloody good, absurd superhero film. Or supervillain film, in this case. And there was a lot to love about this movie. It had a great cast, some bloody action, and it was just overall a fun time. You have Margot Robbie returning as Harley Quinn for the third time, and we all know right now she owns this character. She has got it it's in the back of her head. But unfortunately, she's not utilized as much as I would have liked in this movie. I mean, to be fair, she wasn't really the main character in the first movie either, but she seemed a lot more memorable in that movie. Definitely, I mean, she's still her wacky self that's just having fun and just being ridiculous, but she doesn't really have much of an arc of this movie. Really, the only thing she struggles with is trying to figure out what to do with this guy named Javelin? Well, that sounds really sexual. But yeah, she's still fun to watch. One character that really stuck out, though, was John Cena's Peacemaker. You wanted to see douchey Captain America? Well, John's got your back. He has got this role down. He is funny. He's just owning the fact that he is this guy who will do whatever it takes to achieve peace, including killing whatever gets in his way or even eating a bag of dicks on the beach. Yeah, he's willing to do that for the name of liberty and peace. John, you did a great job in this movie. Not that you're ever going to hear this, but hell, I'll tell you anyway. You also have Ratcatcher 2, a character who can control rats and use them, basically use them as a living weapon. Disgusting power, but hey, she made for a memorable character. Definitely the breakout star of this movie. And probably with the best development and arc in the end. But the character that really stuck out the most was Polka Dot Man. Yeah, Polka Dot Man. Would you ever thought someone named Polka Dot Man would ever be a good character? Me neither, but hey, James Gunn made it work. Definitely, he was by far the best character in the movie by a long shot. He is able to shoot polka dots at people that can burn through anything, and he is this depressed guy who wants to die, mainly because he's so haunted by seeing the face of his own mother everywhere he goes, mainly because she's the reason that he has these powers. And this joke works so well because it leads up to possibly the greatest "your mom" joke ever put to film. And definitely, there was a great cast, though I won't say everyone was perfect. I think the character that disappointed me the most was Idris Elba as Deadshot. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean Bloodsport. But really, what's the difference between the two? Not much, because they have the exact same backstory and arc in a sense. Don't believe me? Well, both of them are highly trained assassins. Both of them have a daughter that they don't have the best relationship with, and both of them are pretty much being the leaders of these teams that are trying to do their best to redeem themselves in the eyes of their daughters. Yeah, not much difference there. To be fair, though, there is a little bit. Idris Elba is a lot less enthusiastic. He's basically just thrown into this situation he never wants to be in, and he's like, oh god, why do I have to do this? Why do I have to work with these guys? But he ends up becoming the leader in the end, and he definitely redeems himself. Will Smith, however, though, was just Will Smith is Deadshot. I mean, to be fair, it was entertaining, but come on, not the most engaging character ever. So yeah, they were fun, but really they're the same character. I mean, hell, if you took that Office meme where it's corporate wants you to find the difference between these two pictures, and then where Pam says oh, they're the same picture, you could put Deadshot and Bloodsport right next to each other and that meme, and it would fit it perfectly. I also think Amanda Waller was rather disappointed in this movie. If there's one thing I'll praise the 2016 film for, they made Amanda really seem like this ruthless, terrible human being who will do whatever it takes to make sure the mission is complete, so they'll keep her team in line. I mean, hell, the one scene where they're rescuing her and she literally kills off all her employees to make sure no one can speak out about what happened and let the truth come to light. She is ruthless in that film, but in this one, not so much. Hell, there's one point where she's about to kill Bloodsport and the rest of the surviving members, but her employees knock her out to prevent her from doing that. But yet, in the end, she doesn't do anything about it. She's just rubbing her head with an angry look on her face, I mean, really? What the hell, Amanda? This is it's what the hell happened to you? You became less ruthless and forgiving. That's not like you at all. But ultimately, though, there are some things this movie did overboard. One thing, this movie wants to let you know that hurting children is wrong. I mean, oh my god, I must have counted 9 or 10 times someone said oh, hurting kids is so wrong. Don't ever kill children. I mean, I get it, movie. Trust me, I've never want. What do you think? The audience, everyone wants to go out and punch every 5-year-old they see in the face? I mean, we get it. Hurting kids is wrong. You don't need to keep telling us every 5 minutes. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's common knowledge. And I have to say, that final battle at the end was a little ridiculous. Starro, the main villain, gets out, and he's this giant starfish who can shoot out mini versions of himself that latch onto people's heads and basically turn them into mindless zombies that under his command. He is attacking this island of all these people, and I just have to say, where the hell is the Justice League of this? I mean, come on. This is like a giant villain who's basically going to throw a giant threat to the entire planet. Shouldn't Superman be involved with this? What, was he just happened to hear this with like superhero and was just thinking to himself, not today. I'm sure they got this. I mean, come on, guys. If you're going to have this be in the DC Extended Universe where the Justice League is now a thing, it kind of doesn't really work out to making this universe feel connected. I mean, it's still a fun movie. If I was to rate this from 1 to 10, I'd give this a 7 out of 10. It's a bloody fun time. It's a James Gunn movie. This is the same guy who took Guardians of the Galaxy, turned him from one of the most unknown Marvel teams to basically a household name, and he definitely makes this a clear improvement over the original. Though, again, that's not really saying much considering how bad the original is. So hey, let me know what you guys think in the comments, and if you want to see more, like the video, I'll happily talk about whatever other movies. Until then, till next time.